I have been hit so hard with these energy waves. I swear to y'all, I'm barely functioning. It does not help that today, on a whim, I went live for 2 hours. That's a lot of energy. But that's actually why I went live, because I was like, y'all, these energies are something else. And I should probably get on there, talk about them, tell people what to do when they're experiencing them, because it is a lot. Now, not everyone is going to physically feel energies, and not everyone's going to feel them the same, but I noticed patterns in my comment when I did a video a couple days ago where I said, hey, these energies came in over the weekend. They are massively transformative. I'm still sitting with them, unpacking them, and also trying to flow with the changes that they're already causing in my life and that are going to happen for the collective. And I kind of talked about that in my videos yesterday, when I got triggered by a comment, and by following that and unpacking that, doing the work, I had a big revelation about how I've put myself in a box here. Because of my love of the 4 a.m. Club, because of this movement, because of how I've perceived my role, and given myself this role, I've really put myself in a box. And so these energies are already helping to show me, where am I restricted? Where am I maybe butting up against a dead end that I didn't realize? And where does my soul want to be more expansive? And how can I let that happen? The thing with energy waves is they don't come to be a problem, but they can feel like a problem if we don't have an understanding of what they are and how to work through them. So I'm going to give you the very brief, high-level overview. So when I talk about energy waves, there are various points in time where energies come to us, and it's light, it's transformation, it's healing, it's illumination, both in helping us come to new revelations as well as to reveal things that have been hidden. So this is largely transformational. I mean, massively. And we're seeing that on a world stage, certainly here in the United States, and we're also seeing that personally. So ways that we have been unhealed, ways that we have been acting out patterns that we weren't aware of, behaviors, hidden things. I talked a lot in my live about the shadow of our country. When we talk about shadow work personally, it's a lot about how have we been wounded. We have these buried traumas, and we've created beliefs because of the traumas. And those beliefs are running the show. So as we become aware and unpack and heal from all that, we're then free to do things differently. But shadows are not just wounds. Shadows are often the things we don't say aloud. The things either we are unconscious of, the things we actively repress, or the things we pretend like are not there. A great example in the United States is systemic racism and white supremacy that is still at the core of our entire society. And I did a video on that a week or two ago if you want to unpack more of that and see what I mean by that. Now, a similar shadow in ourselves, it could be something like racism, patriarchy, these systems that we adopt those belief systems, we adopt those beliefs, and thus we run our lives according to those systems. But other ways our internalized shadows show, what are we repressing? What desires for ourselves? What drives? What things do we have that we're pretending like we don't have? Like, say, jealousy or ambition, these things that maybe we've been conditioned not to have, or we try to call it something else. So as these energies come down and they come into our bodies and they anchor here in the earth and then they kind of ripple out, what they do is they shake up these shadows. So we will see what has been revealed. And oftentimes it's very ugly and it's very chaotic. But before they reveal, we can kind of be hit with them and have the physical burden. So there's exhaustion, aches and pains, headaches. Some people experience dizziness, heart palpitations, just this bone-crushing exhaustion that I have to lay down right now or I am just going to drop dead. This really heavy fatigue and lethargy. Now, of course, I'm not a doctor. I'm not pretending to be a doctor. I'm not telling you what's going on with your body. Please see a doctor if you're concerned, if you have physical symptoms. But in my own experience, when these things come out of nowhere and disappear just as quickly, ne'er to be seen again or go away for, a couple of weeks or whatever, it's likely not a physical issue. You are feeling and perceiving these energies as they move into your body. Now, it's not all doom and gloom. Because especially for those who've been doing the work and we're well on the way of our shadow work, this light energy can come in feeling light, euphoric, tingly. You can feel love or joy, this sort of supernatural, spiritual sense of oneness. There are all kinds of ways we can experience these energies. But for people who are new to it, it usually comes with a heaviness and with an ick, and we feel kind of hungover. And so it's not you. You're going to get through it, I promise. So take care of your bodies, get extra rest, lots of water, do all the good things. And if it's bringing up emotions, work through it, okay? I've got that free shadow work guidebook. I have the emotional support playlist. I have all my light circles. That's all I have. Be sure to check in with your other creators, your therapist, your friends. Do what you got to do, because this is not meant to punish us. This is meant to give us an opportunity to clear the decks, to clear the slate, so that we're not on the old operating system, so that we can clear it all out and we can create something new, that's light, that's free, that's not based on the old patterns and woundings. And that is what we're doing as a country and as a world. And it's going to take a minute. It's very chaotic. It's not getting any less chaotic as the days go on. But, you've heard and me and others talk about this is an extinction burst. This is the last gasp. They are trying so hard to maintain control because this process of illumination, revelation, of clearing the decks, of ascending to a more expanded way of living, that's been in place for many years. And so as the light continues and as the work continues, the old guard is fighting really hard to maintain control. And as the revelation of our shadows comes to the forefront, people get real icky, okay? People get triggered, people freak out, people try to hide the truth. It's messy, but it's okay. It's serving a purpose. The light is on, the cockroaches are scattering. So be easy on yourself, do the work. This is a very, very good thing. Because if we don't clean house, we will continue to repeat history. So don't resist the light work and resist the urge to get triggered and freaked out by everything they announce. It's not going to happen. They're freaking everybody out. They're going to try. Listen, the light has won. The light has been coming here for years and years. We've been doing our jobs. We've been clearing the shadows. They're making some terrible threats. But the progress is so far underway, it cannot be stopped. Okay? All right, fam. Take care of you. Talk to you later.